Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are planning for July, and this month's theme is a kind of patriotic Americana theme. It has a lot of American flags all over the setup, and I really enjoyed creating this, and the colors are so bright and vibrant. It's perfect for summer. So I hope you guys enjoy this setup. If you do, like and comment down below what you guys' July themes are. And yeah, let's get started with the setup. So on this cover page, I basically wrote July in some calligraphy in the middle, and then the entire page is covered with an American flag. The stripes and the stars and everything, just a gigantic American flag all over the page. This was so much fun to set up. Lot of lines and stars, but again, it was really fun to set up. There's a lot of erasing going on here. I always sketch out my spreads first before I put any ink on the pages at all, because if I, if I want to change something, and I don't like the way something looks, like after I put it in ink, I can't change that. So when I put it in pencil, I can erase it and change it as much as I want, so I can adjust it. So I always sketch out my spreads first, but it always takes a toll on my eraser when I go to erase all the pencil marks. Sorry about the camera moving. I actually, this is weird, I know, but I filmed this on the floor in my living room at my house, and it was right by the door, and so whenever someone would come in, they'd accidentally knock into the camera. So I'm sorry about the wiggling of the camera. I tried to cut it out as much as possible, but yeah, that's why the camera will be wiggling. It only wiggles for a couple seconds, but yeah, I'm sorry about that. For the section of the flag that has stars, I created the stars with my black fine liner before I went in with the blue. And when I went in with the blue, I realized I really couldn't go around the stars. It was just, there are so many stars and it was just too much. So I just covered the already written stars with my blue marker, and then I went over it with my white gel pen, and I actually like the way this turned out better than what I was planning. So with the white gel pen, it just looks so bright and happy. I also wanted to point out that I added way too many stars. I wanted it to look as close to the original by having 50 stars, but that ended up changing, like when I covered up the other stars and I made these stars with the white a little bit too small. So there are like 80 stars in there, but you know what, it's okay. On the other side of the cover page, I have a quote with a flag, like on a pole, and I put bushes at the bottom of the flag, and actually creating those bushes, like, broke off the very tip of my Crayola Super Tip. I think it was from, like, the edge of the paper that I kept, like, hitting into it to try to make the circles for the bush, but it, like, broke my Crayola Super Tip, which is kind of sad. I mean, it's still functional, but it's not as, like, close tip or, like, fine tipped, which is kind of sad. So, little tip for y'all, don't, like, break the end of your Crayola Super Tip, because it's just sad. Next, I have my calendar, and I used to make pretty big sized calendars, and I really don't do that anymore because I realized that I don't really use them. I did try a rolling, like monthly spread for June, and I really didn't like it, so I switched back to a smaller calendar, and this spread just reminds me so much of summer. It's very chill, kind of picnic-y vibes, I want to say, with the mild liners that aren't as strong as the other colors that I use for my cover page. It just makes everything look so much more calming. And I added grass on the bottom to make it extra picnic-y vibes. And I just, like, I love the colors that, like, made the spread the way it is. Like, I love it. I did want to also point out that creating the grass, I was much more careful with the Crayola Super Tip, and this time I didn't break the tip, which is good because this was a different color that I loved, and I didn't want to break the tip, which I didn't, which is great. I also created a, like, YouTube planning space, so I have a lot of things that I'm working on for this following month, and a few other things, like with my YouTube. So I have an entire page for this, and I also added another American flag. I mean, I can't have enough, just gotta add in all those American flags. Next are my habit tracker and my mood tracker. And for the habit tracker, I decided to do something that I actually haven't done in a while, and that is have my, like, the mini calendars for my habit tracker. And let's just say I kind of regret creating this spread every single time. I mean, I love using this spread. Like, it's the funnest to fill in. But creating it, and, like, it's just so tedious, and it hurts my hand a lot, and, like, my hand was cramping. So I had to take a break to create the fireworks in the middle, which I'll talk about in a minute. But just creating the calendars just takes so long. I mean, I always love the way it turns out, but it just takes forever. So for the fireworks in the middle, I looked up how to draw fireworks step by step on Pinterest, and like mainly because I honestly couldn't figure out how to do it myself and they just didn't look good, but they look a lot better like with the instructions from Pinterest. So if you guys don't know how to create fireworks, look it up on Pinterest. They have a pretty good amount of tutorials. So I just did a couple different kinds of fireworks and I didn't add any color to them because later I added more color with like the titles and everything. But yeah, so that's what I did with the fireworks in the middle. It was a very welcome break from creating the calendars. For my mood tracker, I made a pretty good size American flag. And this is what I'm going to be filling in for my mood tracker. So I will fill in the stripes and the stars with like the color that represents the mood I was that day. So I numbered them all. I forgot to do it on camera, but I promise I did number them all afterward. So yeah, I'll fill out the stars and the stripes due to my mood. So I have a little legend at the bottom that tells me what mood means what. And I'm just going to address this real quick. I am horrible at drawing stars. Like when I'm not doing like the method where you do like the A and then a cross and stuff like that. When I want the center to be, all white so I can fill it in, I'm horrible at creating stars. But I did it anyways. They actually turned out not too bad, but yeah, I just wanted to address that. I'm horrible at making stars. So, what I have to do when I'm filming Plan With Me's is I have to stop and restart like the filming so that the clips are not too long. And so when I went to start and like stop and restart the one clip before I created the Bible reading schedule spread, when I went to click to make it restart, it didn't actually restart and I didn't realize it. So I don't have the footage for that, but it's just my Bible reading tracker. I've done it so many times. You guys should know how. Here's the final flip through, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, again, leave a thumbs up down below. And if you stayed till the end, please comment down below to let me know because I would love to thank you guys. I have a lot of fun things coming up in the month of July, so stay tuned. And yeah, I will see you next time. Bye.